And we got TJ Williams coming in next. TJ, have a seat. Don't have to worry about any headphones and that type thing. Just full steam ahead. Here's Shane's Rib Shack on this Thursday night. Football in Focus. Got the Southeast Guilford Falcons with us. What's been your best game of the year?
My best game of the year, probably Ragsdale.
What happened for you good in that Ragsdale game?
Oh, I worked hard and I was low and I was driving.
Offensive lineman, right?
Yes, sir.
How many pounds?
290.
290. You used to be 300, did you? You
Yes,
must
sir.
have lost about 10.
Yeah, I had to lose a couple.
Can you tell the difference since you lost those 10 pounds a little bit quicker?
Yes, sir.
Feeling pretty healthy then, right?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. And what about Kevin Brown? How much does he weigh now? About
356, I think.
He's up a little bit, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
How does you may not know this, but this is kind of something you and I can talk about. Wonder how a 350-pound man puts 6 pounds of weight on in a hard football season. How's he putting that weight on, I wonder?
I have no idea.
He's a huge man, though, isn't he?
Oh, yes, sir. He's a big boy.
You a senior or junior?
Senior.
And he's a senior also?
Yes, sir.
A lot of seniors on this Falcon team. Tell us what you said. I think the coach gave us some news on this about the lineup. Both you guys tackles. Is that how it works?
Yes, sir.
And you on the right side or left side?
I'm weak side. So
weak side. Just depends on how you guys. So you guys that's a good thing too. So many teams over the years watching football teams play. Some of the teams have a pattern system where a guy's a left tackle, he's left every time.
Yes, sir.
You guys switch around a bit. That defense doesn't know who's going to be knocking around on a given play. Then
yes,
that's
sir.
good for you too. The 4-0 start. Is this where you thought you guys would be to start the year?
Yes, sir.
How about the rest? Is the rest of it getting ready to fall into place for you? Think?
Say that again.
Is the rest just going to fall into place for you?
Yes, sir. We got to keep on working and keep our head focused.
What do you know about this Southwest Guilford team?
I know what they're running, and I know that if we play with them, they are possible to beat us.
And that means you got to be serious about this game then going in.
Yes, sir.
What do you see on that defense when you look across the line? You get that left tackle spot or right tackle spot tomorrow night. Come out and get set up for that. What do you see on the other side?
I just see my opponent and see where they at and see what I got to do to beat them.
How do these blocking schemes work? You guys line up and whoever say we're looking at Don over here, looking at Don more the big man on the other side. If we line up here, are we blocking Don straight ahead? Are we blocking slant on the inside? Are we catching the out? How's this scheme work?
It just depends on what the play is and where we're going.
Gotcha. Do you feel like you guys run better inside, outside, or does it matter?
I feel like we run everywhere, sir.
All over.
Yes, sir.
You got to run all over the place, and you got to run over people too, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you like those pancake blocks?
Oh, that's my favorite.
That's the favorite?
That's my favorite.
That's pretty interesting. I mean, on the pancake block, is that a drive, just how to put the opponent flat on his back like a pancake?
Yes, sir.
Is that how it works?
Yes, sir.
How many pancakes could you eat if you sat down and eat a pancake?
I could eat a lot, sir. There's no number. It depends on how hungry I am.
Depends on maybe like a 9, 10, maybe 11?
Maybe more.
Maybe more pancakes. Got the pancake block working. We talked about TJ Williams, and Kevin Brown is actually a little bit bigger, right?
Yes, sir.
But say in practice, you guys get to go head-to-head a little bit?
Me and Kevin Brown?
Yeah.
Last year when I played defense, but this year, no, sir.
How about when the offense is doing those offensive blocking drills? I mean, do you ever get to go face-to-face, head-to-head in those?
Against offense?
Yeah, offense. Maybe some guy sits up on the other side. Maybe he's like a defensive scout player or something like that.
Yeah, we go heads up, but we rarely go up against offensive linemen.
What if you guys are going head-to-head? You got 290 on your side. You got 356 on his side. Head-to-head, you got TJ Williams and Kevin Brown. Who overpowers who? Who wins that one?
I'm going to take that one, sir.
You're going to beat him with the speed and quickness, right?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. TJ Williams with us. Now, here's some things I wrote down about TJ Williams. Kind of played a little system with this. Talk about TJ Williams and Kevin Brown. Who is faster? We got TJ Williams, who's going to overtake Kevin Brown. TJ Williams faster. Who's faster between TJ Williams and TJ Logan?
I don't want to say this, but I'm going to have to give it to TJ Logan.
I'm going to give it up to TJ Logan. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, who is stronger, though, TJ Williams or TJ Logan?
TJ Williams, sir.
You got it. How much do you bench press? Is that a big deal this day anymore? People use that guy bench presses 375 pounds. Is that still a big deal?
For linemen, no, sir. It's more about the squat rack.
The squat rack is with the legs in these days. The explosiveness. How much do you bench press?
I bench press like 280.
280? What about with the squats?
My highest I've ever squatted is 550.
550. Is that among the team leaders?
It's one. I think I was second or third.
Second on the team.
Yes,
Who do you think was ahead of you in that?
Victor Barnes.
Victor Barnes,
yes,
strong defensive lineman.
Yes, sir.
Big man coming up later tonight here. What do you think makes Southeast a team right now that's in contention. What has got you guys in contention for this Metro 4A Conference race to make it 5-0 tomorrow night with the start of the season? What's got you guys in place? What's got you in contention?
First of all, coaches, man, they keep us keep our head on right, and we all bought in and we all want to win. We all know we have a shot, so that's what we've been playing hard, trying to stay focused.
You look at it, I mean, we talk a lot about that, and what's the difference between, say, last year and this year? I mean, from one season to the next, we always start the year saying we're going to dig in, we're going to follow what the coach says, and then kind of maybe lose a game or two, kind of fall off, off the side a little bit.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference maybe this year between this year and last year? Seems like you guys are focused and have that better start.
First of all, our support. We have an awesome student section this year that travels with us, and they are at every game pushing us on. So we want to win for them. And then our coaches, they put it in our heads since freshman year that we got a shot to be the best. So might as well play like it.
What do you think makes Southwest a tough out, though? What makes them a tough opponent for tomorrow night?
They got a quarterback that can run the ball, and we got to keep him in contain on defensive side of the ball. And offense got to pound and make the Southwest defense quit early.
Yeah, I've heard about the quarterback Justin Hensley, I think it is, and they've got that one receiver, maybe running back Rick Mack.
Yes, sir.
Both those guys have had some recognition. I think they got maybe the Guilford County Player of the Week over a couple of weeks. They've had some exposure. You guys getting this exposure now too at Shane's Rib Shack. Offensive line. Again, we talked about before. Do you drive them up the field or just flatten them where you're at?
You want to get them you want to get them back some. So you want to drive them off the field, then flatten them.
Right. So you want to take them. It's not say where you're running backs where you drive them 3 or 4 yards and in the back he's gone.
Yes,
you
sir.
want to drive one up the field maybe 10 yards, flatten them, and then he's gone, right?
Yes, sir.
Power team. A lot of people want to see this speed. They want to see, man, let's bust to the outside. Let's get that baby fly up the sideline for about 25, 30 yards. But you guys may be a little different. Maybe it's more like, let's drive it up the field 8, 9, 10, 12. Let's power run this ball.
Yes, sir. Coach always says stay on your block. And at first we were doing pretty bad at it, but now we're getting better at it, and we're stand on our blocks for sure.
How did you get in a situation, and what made you put you in a better position to stay with those blocks?
Pushing the sled. We've been pushing the sled. That definitely makes you want to stay on your block because you don't want to push the sled no more.
Have you ever pushed that sled so many times, so many days, you just wish you could take a car, tie a chain around the sled, tow it down to the lake, and just dump it in the lake?
I've definitely thought about it.
I have too. Back when I was a kid, that was always thought. Everybody always just talk about, we're going to come over here one night when it's dark, which it always is dark at night anyway.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to get that sled tied to the back of a truck and drag it down the street and hide it in the woods. I mean, you drive that sled so many times.
Yes, sir.
Over the course of time, it does. But hey, it's paying off, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, when you come in, say if you win on a Friday night, you go back to practice on Monday, you don't dread that Monday practice too much.
It's not that you dread it. It's just you want to see what you did wrong, and you want to learn how you can fix what you did wrong.
I was a younger guy too, playing that football game back a few years ago. I used to, some ways, even if you did halfway decent, you kind of dreaded Monday. Just love to get that film over with.
Film
you got to
day.
watch that team film.
Film day is definitely a day you want to get over with quick.
Yeah, because they start breaking that film down. You could have had one of your better games of your career, and they're still going to find 3 or 4 or 5 maybe things you did wrong.
Yes, sir.
You used to have songs about watching those films back in the days. Those are long gone now. What about Mario Williams? You got Mario Williams. He sacked Cam Newton, I think, 4 times in that first game. Panthers and the Bills. Got a guy like him. Then you got this Jadavian Clowney down at South Carolina. How do you stop and block those type of linemen? Because you're getting closer. You're at 290 now, so you're kind of getting in that same neighborhood with those big kind of guys like we see in the pros, see in college. How do you stop them? On the other side, you might run one of guys like the Jadavian Clowney, or maybe a guy like Mario Williams. How do you stop those big guys?
I mean, they're going to be fast off the ball, of course, so you just got to get out there quick, and then you can't let them push you backwards. You got to get your weight down.
What about the deal you've hear all this coaches talk, player talk, get under their pads? Is there anything like that, get under their pads? Can you get under their pads and control them from there?
Yes, sir. Of course. If they're high and you get under their pads, and you can take them where you want to go.
Have you had success doing that, you think, this year?
Yes, sir.
What about you got you on one side, Kevin Brown on the other? What about those 2 guards inside of you guys? Who are those 2 guards?
We got the weak guard is Cameron Gardner.
Oh, Cameron Gardner, yes,
Cameron
sir.
Gardner, and then we got Mike Branch. That's a strong guard.
And who's the center?
Alex Cox.
Alex Cox. What can you tell me about those other linemen? Because you know what you're doing, you know what Kevin Brown's doing. What about your teammates, those other kids?
Our guards, man, they can run. They can definitely run.
Is there any? I watched a middle school game yesterday and was kind of surprised they were pulling as much as they were. I mean, the teams like yours, some power game, you still do some of the pulling too?
Oh, we do it some. Yes, sir.
Well, I used to love it. Here's a play I liked. I dream about this play at least 2 or 3 times a week. Always daydreaming about playing some sport back in the day. Used to love that play when the tackle pulled to the outside.
That lead tackle trap.
Oh, well, we were not trap. We were actually making that outside block, going wide. Do you guys do that, son?
No, sir. We don't do that.
But you do that for lead trap or block. You just talked about
lead tackle trap. It's an option.
Lead tackle trap. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's an option.
But I tell you, the outside play, if you never get involved in that, maybe you guys run that Sundown Road. That was always fun because it actually gave the lineman a chance to expand a little bit. Kind of get to the open, big side of the field.
Yes, sir.
That inside blocking's fun. I enjoyed that some too. Man, it was always so crowded in there.
Yeah, definitely.
So tight.
Yes,
but you got to make the quick block, and the back's got to get up the field, like you said.
Yes, sir.
Who's your favorite college football team?
I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan, sir.
I think earlier guest in here, Bubba might have been a Georgia fan too.
Yes, sir. We're both Georgia fans.
Kind of interested. Sometimes we have teams that come in from the different schools. Last week we had in Eastern Guilford. A couple of their guys were Florida Gator fans. You guys Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes, sir. I was actually I used to live in Georgia.
So you came here from Georgia.
Yes, sir.
What city were you in down there?
Tifton, Georgia.
Where's that again?
Tifton, Georgia.
Tifton, Georgia.
45 minutes from Florida.
Gotcha. So you're down kind of near Gator country anyway, down
yes,
close. How long ago since you moved up to North Carolina?
About 5-6 years.
And you like it up here?
Yeah, it's different.
Different, right? How was it different down there? Kind of give me that idea.
It was hot, man.
Boy.
Hot every day.
Humid, hot, muggy?
Every single day.
You couldn't keep 290 on down there, could you?
Nah, I'd probably be like 230.
230, about 60 pounds difference, man. You'd be playing the quick guard down there.
Yes,
they
sir.
might have you in the backfield as a fullback down there. Ever thought about playing in the backfield? Never dream about that?
I mean, it's always been a dream, but I like mine.
Yeah, once you get the line down, you have some success, and people talk about you a little bit, get a little exposure, and you get rewarded a little bit for your work. That's the whole thing. Linemen hate it. I know they do. Told these guys over the years they hate it. Like you say, just blocking that sled, blocking in the game, so they don't get a little pub.
Yes, sir.
Got to get a little pub because the running back scoring all the touchdowns, and people got to know who's paving the way, who's making that room out there for C.J. McThay, and also your big back in the backfield, Shakir Turner. Got to get the job done for those guys.
Yes, sir.
We talked about those two guys, but who are some other running backs we need to keep our eye on?
Oh, Khalid Boswell.
Okay.
He's a little quick little guy. And then we got Micah Newsom. He's a short guy, but that boy can run the ball.
Because I read somewhere, maybe about last week's game or the week before, one game you guys must have used about 9 different backs.
Yes, sir.
Something like that probably comes to get a lead. You got a chance to give some guys a chance to play.
Yes, sir.
But the main two workhorses, they always use that term in the old football days. The workhorses, I guess, are McThay and also Turner then, right?
Yes, sir. And Khalid can get thrown in there too.
Last time we get on
Khalid Boswell.
Keep an eye on him tomorrow night too. Southeast Guilford Falcons football in focus. Shane's Rib Shack Thursday night. Favorite pro team if you could end up with that team?
Favorite pro team? I guess I would want to go play with Matthew Stafford at Detroit Lions.
Go with the Lions. Go to Georgia, man, right?
Yes, sir.
You love your Georgia guys. Got to stick with them through and through.
Yes, sir.
What about Coach Mark Richt?
Oh, man, I'd love to meet him. He's an awesome coach. Awesome coach.
Got to keep his job, right?
Yes, sir.
Always a lot of talk about the coaches. They lose a few games, about time to get rid of the coach, but not one to get rid of there.
Yes, sir.
Man to keep. Coach Fritz, a man to keep as well.
Oh, definitely.
Tell us something we don't know about your quarterback, Bubba. What about Bubba? Something about Bubba we haven't heard or know about. Can you give us an insight on Bubba Craven?
All right, Bubba Craven. If there's not a play, he'll make it. That's what I love about Bubba. If there's nobody's open, he's gonna get the first down. He's gonna do what he has to do to get the first down.
Good leader back there for you.
Oh,
then.
definitely.
And a good kind of a creative guy as well.
Oh, yes, sir.
Could he ever come back? Maybe like they talked about the old football films years ago. Draw up a play in the dirt. Maybe draw one up. Say you go here, make it up as he goes.
Nah, maybe.
But he's gonna make the play work no matter what.
Oh yeah, he's gonna make it work. If we need it, he got us.
Now your offensive line, you guys push pretty hard. How has Coach Fritz made that? Because he's kind of a line kind of guy, kind of a line coach. How's he made that offensive line better over the past couple of years?
I mean, his work ethic. Like, if he's working to make us better, so we want to be better for him.
What have you learned from Coach Fritz?
I learned how to be nasty, sir.
Be tough, nasty.
Yes,
Coach Fritz knows how to get down and dirty with the guys. He's been there himself. He's actually experienced it, done it through college, high school, those different levels of play. So you guys can look to him. If he's coaching the line, you kind of look at him and that guy looks like a lineman already.
Yes, sir. He loves this, man. He loves this line.
And they call the guys working down in the trenches. You guys are not like hogs. You guys are too big, I think, to be hogs.
the trenches bears.
Bears?
Yes, sir.
I hear you. Well, what about tomorrow night? Can you give me an idea what your role and your goal is for tomorrow night's game?
Our goal as an offense is to make them quit early, pound the ball. We're going to run it. Pound the ball and just get the win.
Now, if you guys were to win the coin toss, everybody wins the coin toss, they defer, they kick off to the other team and play defense first. For your offense, is there ever any chance you guys might just say, hey, give us the ball, we'll just start driving us down the field?
Yes, sir. We know our defense got our back, so defense is going to get on the field, they're going to get 3 and out, and the offense is going to get the touchdown.
Where do you go after this year? You playing a lot of football now, your 5th game of the season tomorrow night. What about in the future? Where do you go?
I'm not sure
A
yet.
lot of Southeast guys have been going off to college the past couple years. I was out there last year for the spring signing, had a bunch of guys going toward different places. Some guys going to Lenore Ryan, some guys going here, going there, going everywhere. No idea yet where you might be headed.
No, sir, not yet.
There's got to be a coach out there for a 290-pound, 300-pound offensive lineman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Listen, good job tonight.
Thank you.
Good to have our good friend with us here at Shane's Rib Shack tonight, TJ Williams from the Southeast Guilford Falcons.